Perception and interpretation. In this section, we will review these three questions. When does an objection become an objection? When is it not an objection? How do you distinguish between the two? Many objections are eliminated by a change in perception. If the salesperson automatically assumes in their mind that what they have heard is an objection, then their perception of reality is reality. One person will hear an objection, where another will not, based on perception. When does an objection become an objection? When you have clarified the objection to make certain that you understand it, and you have qualified it to be sure that it is a real concern. In various ways, in the profession of sales, it doesn't matter what you think, it only matters what the prospect or customer thinks, and this would be a perfect example of that. In order to clarify, ask questions like, what exactly is your concern? When appropriate, buffer your questions by starting with, if you don't mind my asking. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is that to you? Would this concern be a deal breaker? You will know whether or not you are actually dealing with an objection when the customer or prospect responds to your questions by stating, no, it's not that important, I was just curious. It's probably only a 3, I was just wondering. I was just being nitpicky, don't mind me. Always remember the importance of differentiating between what you think you heard and what was actually being said. How do you distinguish between the two? By gaining a clear understanding of the prospect's perception regarding the source of the objection and determining whether you're able to justify it, offset it, address any misunderstandings, or erase it. How do you distinguish between the two? As previously stated, clarify for understanding and qualify for degree of importance. Always ask, never assume, otherwise you will get off on a tangent. Your psychological makeup and your mental attitude regarding objections will play a significant role in your ability to successfully overcome them. The subject of objection handling and the topic of rejection are synonymous with each other. People who won't put themselves out there, personally or professionally, are the ones who usually aren't suited for a career in professional sales. Those born with a thick skin, or those who have toughened up mentally through life experiences, have a different perspective regarding objections. Their attitude is more realistic, and consequently, they aren't as likely to be fazed by them. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, never let anyone tell you no who doesn't have the power to say yes. Learning Spotlight number 2. It's time to review what we've covered so far. Each question in the quiz has a 90-second time limit, and the quiz has a 15-minute time limit. You cannot pause the quiz once you begin. The quiz includes many types of questions, including true or false, drag and drop, multiple answers, etc. Read the questions carefully and make sure you understand what is being asked before submitting your response. Many of the questions or variations of them will be included in the final exam. You will be graded, and the passing grade for the quiz is 70%. You will have 3 chances to attain a passing grade. If you fail to attain a passing grade after 3 attempts, you will be locked out of the course. You will have an opportunity to review the quiz responses upon successful completion. If you wish to review the previous slides and sections, do so before advancing. Upon completion of the quiz, please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance to the next step in the learning path. This concludes step number 4 of the learning path. Please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance when you are ready to proceed.